Welcome back to Night Fever, the fan podcast for Auckland FC. I'm your host, Jenkins, and today we're diving into our postponed match between Sydney FC and ourselves. It's to be played tomorrow night, Tuesday the 17th of February in Sydney at the Sydney Football Stadium. This is the game that should have taken place in December but was postponed due to pitch issues, and we know it's going to be a showdown following our 1-0 win over Sydney here in Auckland in our previous match. Sydney, they've also played a game since then, losing 2-1 to Adelaide on the weekend just gone. So we'll break down the form, the key players, tactics, and more ahead of what could be a pivotal match for the season. Taking a look at the head-to-heads, it's very fresh in our minds and what's happened recently, but we go into this match unbeaten. We've had 4 meetings, 2 wins for Auckland, 2 draws. Auckland have scored 8 goals to Sydney's 3 across all competitions. So that's the A-League and the Australia Cup. Last season, we saw the 2-2 draw and a 1-0 win for Auckland. Most recently, you'll know, we won 1-0 at Go Media Stadium. So on paper, we have the psychological upper hand, and Sydney know they'll be up against a side that's beaten them before. The recent form, Auckland, it's a story of ups and downs. We are sitting near the top of the table, just behind Newcastle Jets. We've had a fair few wins recently, draws, the odd defeat. So it looks like our form is starting to turn a corner. Confidence will be high after beating Sydney and some other top teams in the league. Sydney FC, they've had mixed results. It was that 2-1 recent loss to Adelaide United. So they've shown some creativity up front, but inconsistent at times. The opposition strength, so Sydney, they're not meant to be underestimated. They're a 5-time A-League champion club with a huge experience at this level. They have strong attacking sets and transitional play. They create chances and can punish mistakes. They've bolstered their squad recently, which brings us to the notable players for Sydney FC. They've brought on loan from Motherwell Stamatolopoulos and Amit Aslan are also coming into the team, who signed from Germany. Both players expected to bolster Sydney's chances, providing goals and creativity. Looking at the core for Sydney FC, Joe Lolly, we saw him coming on as a second half substitute last time around, managing his comeback from injury. He looked dangerous when he was on the pitch, and he gave a fair bit of trouble to De Vries on our left side. He's a veteran winger, creative spark, though his fitness needs to be managed, getting him back into first team football. Campuzano, physical, providing many options. Grant and Courtney Perkins, experienced defenders at the back. And Harrison Devonish-Myers in goal. Very solid presence between the stick, leading the statistics for the goalkeepers in the A-League this season. He was looking very good last time round against us. And without him, it could have been a bigger scoreline for Auckland. Before the season started, they lost marquee Brazilian winger Douglas Costa due to personal issues. A bit of a legend of the game with history at Bayern and Juventus, some other top European clubs. But Sydney do have a blend of experience. New signings make them unpredictable and a real threat. So at the time of this recording, Sydney have managed their injuries carefully. Lolly's fitness has been a concern, getting him back to full match fitness following his injury. We'll keep an eye on any late news closer to kickoff. Let's take a look at the likely lineups for Sydney FC, a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Goalkeeper Devonish-Myers, defenders Perkins, Grant, Holman, midfield, Caceres, attack, Campazano, Joe Lolly might even get a start. Anyway, every player can bring something of danger to Auckland FC, so not to be underestimated with the team that they'll put out. For Auckland FC, can't see anything really different from a 4-2-3-1 formation. Michael Vau did enough in the last game. He'd previously been dropped but got put back into the starting 11 due to an injury to Ollie Sale in his debut match for Auckland FC. Michael Vau put in 2 very good saves last time round against Sydney, which helped us get over the line with the win. Defenders, Sakai at right back, Hall and Pinecker perhaps. Pinecker missed the last one due to injury. Can't see anything in the news of him still being injured, although it was Goodwood Reich who was partnering Dan Hall last time around. Francis de Vries at left back, Louis Verstraete Gallegos in the middle of midfield. Out on the right, I'd like to see Logan Rogerson get the nod ahead, with on the left Jesse Randall going back to the left. He was on the right last time round. Hopefully Lachlan Brook is back. He left the field early last time due to an injury. He should be in the attacking midfield role if selected. And Sam Cosgrove up front. Cosgrove leads the line with experience and aerial threat. Verstraete controls the tempo, while Sakai and Pinecker bring defensive brains. Auckland's midfield press versus Sydney's build-up. Verstraete and Gallegos will try to disrupt Sydney's rhythm early. Wide danger, Sydney's Lolly offering pace and creativity. Auckland must stay compact at the back. Physicality in the box. Cosgrove versus the Sydney centre-backs is a key battle. Winning headers could decide it. Both teams, they'll look to control a possession but differ in transitional play. Sydney rely on quick breaks, whereas Auckland tend to build patiently. So it's to prediction time, and based on current form and psychology, I see this being a tight and tense affair. Both teams know each other quite well. If Auckland can match Sydney's intensity in midfield and exploit set pieces, I think we'll edge it. Sydney also coming off the back of a couple of days rest following their match to Adelaide. I can see it being a narrow victory for Auckland FC. I'm going to go for Sydney FC 1, Auckland FC 2. But we must not take our foot off the gas. All right, Auckland FC faithful, thanks for tuning in to episode 38 of Night Fever. This Sydney match could be a big statement in the race for finals positions. I'll be back following the match with a match review. So until then, up the port, up the Black Knights. Goodbye for now.